Let me be real with you. It can be incredibly frustrating trying to figure out if a woman is actually interested in you or just being friendly. You don't want to misread the signs and end up embarrassed, but you also don't want to miss an opportunity with someone who's genuinely attracted to you. Here's the good news. When a woman is attracted to someone, her body will show it. Even if she's trying to play it cool, her body will betray her true feelings. This is why understanding female body language is so powerful. You can literally know by how she moves and acts that she likes you. Once you learn how to read these signs and start practicing looking for them, everything changes. Dating becomes much simpler. The things that once seemed mysterious become obvious. And of all the body language signals I'm going to share with you today, the last one is probably the funniest. It makes me laugh every time I think about it. So, make sure you stick around until the end so you don't miss it. Now, before we dive in, I want to address something important. This is not about mind games. I don't teach manipulation or tricks. All body language is learning how to read the signs that are already there. When a woman is attracted to you, the signs will be there. It's not about her pretending or acting in certain ways. It's just how she naturally reacts. Some of these signals she might be aware she's doing, even if she doesn't know why. Other signals she may have no idea she's doing at all. The Roman philosopher Seneca once observed that nature has given us one tongue and two ears so that we may hear twice as much as we speak. And when it comes to attraction, your ears are not the only tools you have. Your eyes can tell you what her words never will. So, let's dive into the 7 body language signals women display when they're totally into you. Number 1, she shakes her hips. I'm putting this out there because some people will think it's really obvious and others will think it's not remotely obvious. Here's the thing. When we're attracted to someone, we naturally try to highlight our differences. That's what attracts us to each other, right? And so, when a woman is around a man she finds attractive, she is going to want to emphasize her femininity. She'll want to emphasize what about her body is different from yours. One way women do this, whether they realize it or not, is they start to shake their hips when they're walking around you. I can testify that this is something women do because I've found myself doing it. You're just walking through the grocery store, normal day, and then you see that handsome guy, and suddenly your hips start working. If she's shaking her hips around you, there's a good chance it's because she's attracted to you. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius once wrote that the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. When her thoughts are colored by attraction, her body reflects that. And that reflection is often visible in the way she moves. Number 2, she exposes her wrists. This is something women do on an unconscious level. She will start to expose her wrists. This is again that feminine instinct of, you're stronger than me. It's a gut instinct, a natural instinct. There are several ways she may expose her wrists. She may just be in a pose where her wrists are up. She may rest her chin on her hand with the wrist pointed towards you. It's one of those things that when you first hear it, you think it sounds kind of funny. But as you start to pay attention, you'll notice women doing this. It's just a natural, oh, I kind of like that guy signal, and so her wrists are going to be pointed towards you more, especially as attraction continues to grow. What may seem like just a normal pose is actually revealing attraction for you. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. And when you notice her exposing her wrists, your reaction should be calm observation, not nervous over-analysis. Just notice it, file it away, and keep engaging with her naturally. Number 3, the sideways glance over her shoulder. You've probably seen this at least in movies, if not in real life. She may say something flirty over her shoulder. She may just look at you over her shoulder. This is another one of those signals that when I first started researching body language, I realized, oh, so that's why I do that. I had no idea why I would do that. Sometimes, other than that, flirting comes naturally to me, and I'm a little bit mischievous and playful. I thought I was just teasing, but in reality, this is another way a woman can highlight some feminine differences from her body versus yours. If she says something flirty over her shoulder at you, it's not just her being playful. It's because she feels attracted to you and she wants your attention. She wants you to notice her. Pay attention in the movies. It's a great way to start reading body language in general, because sometimes when you're standing in front of someone really attractive, it can be hard to read their body language. You're trying to focus on talking to them, you're nervous, and you don't want to read the situation wrong. A good way to start practicing reading body language is to start looking for it in the movies, especially because in a movie, you usually know who likes who. Actors are very good at using their body language to tell more of the story than the dialogue does. So pay attention to how women act flirty in movies and then look for that in real life as well. Number 4, she licks her lips when she's around you. This one is funny. When we hear that, most of us think, oh, she's thinking about kissing. And to be honest, she might be. When she thinks you're really attractive, that probably crosses her mind. However, it could also be because when we're nervous around someone, feeling those butterflies, you've got some adrenaline going, your mouth tends to get a little more dry. So, she might be licking her lips because her mouth is dry and because she's thinking about kissing. We may never know which one it is. But if you notice that she licks her lips around you a lot, that is a very common body language signal we do when we are attracted to someone. With this sign, and honestly, with all the signs, do remember to keep it in context. If it's a really hot day, or maybe you happen to pass her on the street when she's jogging, she might just be licking her lips because she's thirsty. So, keep things in context. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once wrote that true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence on the future. When you notice these signs, don't get anxious about what they mean. Just enjoy the present moment and let the interaction unfold naturally. Another thing to remember when you're reading body language signs is you want to look for more than one. Body language is incredibly accurate because it's something we do based on instinct rather than being deliberate about it. It's very good to look out for and it's very accurate. But, just like everything else in life, there are always exceptions. If somebody crosses their arms a lot, that is seen as very closed-off body language. So, you might think, wow, she hates me. But in reality, she might just be cold. So, you do have to remember to keep things in context and look for more than one sign. If you only see that she licks her lips when she's around you, maybe she's just chronically dehydrated. But if she licks her lips and she shakes her hips and she does a little flirting over her shoulder, now you can feel pretty confident that you are reading signs of attraction. Number 5, she crosses her legs. This one can be just kind of instinctive. It also can be something she does just because she thinks her legs look best at that angle. But if she crosses her legs when she's interacting with you, especially if the rest of her body language is open and flirty, maybe she shows her wrists a little bit at the same time. That's pretty much universally seen as the most attractive pose for a woman's legs. And so, this is one of those ways that she can just be trying to look attractive for you, trying to get your attention in positive ways and for you to think that she's an attractive woman. This is especially true if something about you coming over or entering the room makes her cross her legs. If her legs were already crossed, that doesn't necessarily mean something. But if it's like, hey, how are you? And then she crosses her legs, that's a great sign. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that no great thing is created suddenly. And the attraction that builds through these small signals is no exception. It is created through the accumulation of moments, each one building on the last. And as you notice these signals, you become more attuned to her feelings. Number 6, she places her purse near you. Now, I know it sounds crazy, but here's what you need to realize. Women are pretty protective of their purse. Our purse is like an extension of us. It has personal belongings in it, and we have to really trust someone if we're okay with them being near our bag. So, if she's placing her bag maybe like you're talking, and she places it in between the two of you or near you, that's a good sign that she accepts you, she trusts you, she feels comfortable with you. Women are not going to do this with a man they don't like or don't trust. It's just something we're going to guard without even really stopping to think about it. So, it's one of those subtle things that just express and reveal that she feels comfortable with you, she feels close to you. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote that the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. When her thoughts are colored by comfort and trust, her actions reflect that. And placing her purse near you is a quiet but powerful signal of that trust. Number 7, she has limp wrists. This one makes me laugh because it sounds ridiculous, but it's been proven to be true. I have seen women do this where their wrists just are kind of limp. It's perhaps not something she's going to think, oh, he's hot, limp wrists. She might probably not. But this is another way women will, perhaps without remotely realizing it, kind of accent that, oh, I'm weaker than you, I need your protection. You're a big, strong man. And so it's one of those things that kind of helps accent, I'm a woman, I need your protection, you're a big, strong man. And it kind of helps create attraction. When a woman is attracted to a man, she may just have limp wrists. I've seen one woman in particular who does this. I'm not going to mention names, but she's an awesome woman. She just has these limp wrists. We do funny things as humans, especially when we're attracted to someone. Now, I have a couple of reminders for you now that you know some of these signs. 1. Do keep things in context. Maybe she has weak wrists, and so her wrists are limp, but keep everything in context. As well, make sure you're looking for more than one sign. Personally, I would look for 3 to 5. That's an area you can feel pretty confident that these are attraction signals you're seeing instead of just personality things. The other thing I want to remind you is when you see signs of attraction, it is very important that you make a move. You need to show up as the masculine leader if you want her to see you as a masculine man. That's one way you can really create respect, trust, and admiration. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus also taught that no great thing is created suddenly, and the confidence to make a move is no exception. It is created through practice, through the willingness to take risks, through the refusal to let fear hold you back. And as you build that confidence, it becomes part of your presence. And that presence is what she will be drawn to. So, there you have it. 7 body language signals that reveal when a woman is totally into you. The hip shake, the wrist exposure, the sideways glance, the lip licking, the leg crossing, the purse placement, and the limp wrists. These are not mind games. They are natural, instinctive signals that women display when they're attracted to someone. And once you learn to recognize them, you'll never have to guess again. You'll know. And when you know, you can act with confidence. And that confidence is what will set you apart from every other man who's too afraid to make a move. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote that you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. And when you realize that you have the power to read these signals and respond with confidence, you find the strength to take action. And that action is what will transform your dating life. If you enjoyed this video, you will also love the video on what women say when they like you. Because as nice as body language is, sometimes it's nice just to know what to listen for. So, make sure you watch that next. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.